Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online TV program where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. In today's episode, we will be featuring two amazing people. They were my schoolmates in Sunnyfields and Federal Government Shagamu and Unilag as well. And they are Otunba Leke Ajayi. He is the founder of Otunba Leke Ajayi Foundation, Ijebu-ode in Nigeria, Ogun State. And at the same time, my dear sister, Mrs. Abimbola Adebakin, she is the founder, CEO of Advantage Health Africa. And yes, this is me, your girl, Kemi Akiode Adebayo, aka Mama K. Well, I want you to enjoy my conversations with them as we finish with celebrating independence, Nigerian Independence Month for this year. Enjoy. What's your vision, for OLAF? And my next question is, what challenges, have you had so far, and how have you, managed to overcome them within that short time?
For OLAF, so at the moment we're actually having an outreach in any form every 3 months. And what we've said is, for the first 2 years, we will, God willing, make sure every 3 months we do something different. So whether it's going to hospitals to do things, motherless baby homes, widows, we will do something every 3 months. Our long-term goal, I will see maybe, let me just first see if I've got the pictures on the system, and then see if we can.
We can always share it in the interlude as well. So we will be focusing on OLAF with some videos and so on. So don't worry about it. We will share that. Yeah.
This popularly known little bikes in Nigeria called Keke Marwa.
Okay.
And somebody has actually modified one into an ambulance.
And
what we would like to do in our plans over the next 5 years will be deliver one to each local government in Ijebu-land. So we comprise of nine local governments, and we will try to deliver one. So this includes Remo, Ijebu-ode, Ijebu-ode side. We want to reach
Shagamu, Ishara, all those areas in Ijebu. But you're not coming to Adokuta. Why now? Anyway, let's go. No, don't worry. I'm joking. Let's start first. This is your pilot. I will call it as the pilot.
That bridge from Shagam to Abeokuta, you turn down to Lagos. So that's the confusion there. But we will try and overcome that.
Please, let's overcome that.
Well, a good friend of mine who actually has been one of my mentors is from Yewa.
Okay.
And she's been telling me, OLAF must come to Yewa. So I said to her, look, it's always good to be known in your environment first before you reach further out.
Yes.
Obviously,
you use it as a testing ground, basically.
Yes. So once we've really...
But she's right, because once you use it as a testing ground, even though I'm joking, but you need to then be able to practice, good practice, in other areas, what is worked, what isn't worked, because that is the only way, we can continue to impact lives and to empower youth and to empower women and to support the boy child as well, and a lot of other stuff. Sorry. I'm just fascinated with this idea, which is, something that I hope, will definitely can, be scalable,
support, yes.
In every region. So,
well, we're approaching it in 2 strands. So we are looking to sponsors, friends who would support our dreams and go along with us. We're also thinking of having dinners, gala nights, just in the UK, it's very, they have walks. So you can have a 5-kilometer walk, 10-kilometer walk, all in support of this, ways of generating and raising funds. So we're looking at all those ideas here in the UK. Equally in Nigeria, we're looking at having a dinner, sell the tables and, have entertainers, we're looking at all this, but ultimately our strongest point will be for sponsors. The ambulances cost between 3 to 5 million for one kitted. And if you're looking at 9 at today's prices, before the prices go up, you're looking at about 45 million. Now, there's some larger philanthropists who can easily assist us, but my formula is really to everybody is 1,000 naira a month. If you give our foundation 1,000 naira a month, it would help in its own little way. It doesn't stop us from seeking funds from other people, but this becomes our, stepping stone. So far, so good. We're now publishing a report, which we're going to circulate to everybody to show this is what we've done thus far. And this is what we're looking to do in the next 5 years. Please support us. And again, a lot of people will support you if you yourself have done it. So my focus had been to do it by myself first, rather than go to everybody and say, please could you assist, please could you assist? And they'll be like, okay, so what have you done? And I go, well, haven't done much. But if you've done it yourself, people see, okay, if he's been this way with his own funds.
Any life key lessons, that personally, has helped you or will help you, or pitfalls, what to avoid, for young people, anyone out there, business people, be it in Nigeria, in South Africa, Nigeria, Rwanda, wherever, something, that you feel has helped you up till now.
Okay, so I'm just looking quickly at something on my phone, but please, it's to do with this. Basically, I've developed what you call 4 core values in my journey. And the first one is being real. Second one is being collaborative. The third one is being respectful. And the fourth one is being progressive. Now, when you say being real, I found out in my journey in Nigeria that a lot of people like their egos massaged rather than you telling the truth. So unfortunately, some people say, Leke, you need to be more diplomatic. You need to be, and I always remember this saying in Nigeria, when you want to eat meat, don't call it brother. So to me, it's, you must be real. There are certain things, and it is what you stand for. So people know, so stands for this, don't go there. But if you're always on the fence, dancing to the left, dancing to the right, at the end of the day, yes, you'll have a lot of happy friends, but you won't have core friends. So that's really one of mine. Now, collaborative. That you cannot, no man is an island, so you cannot do anything alone. Now, many of our outreaches has really been pulling on personal friendships that I've built over the years. The amount of people that have helped me, and I'm talking, help is not money, that have been like, are you so-so-so's friend? Okay, don't worry, we'll do this for you. So, for example, in the UK, my friends donate clothes to me, which I ship to Nigeria. And this is what we give out. And I mean, my wife loves me a lot because the garage is just full of clothes. And she's like, can't you find another storage place? So, but
I can relate to you. So I can relate. Keep going.
So it's like, do you really have to do this? And I'm saying, honey, it brings joy to people's faces. Okay, so when is it going? I said the next ship is leaving. So. Just I will move it. So now if I wasn't good, or if I didn't know these people, they won't give me their things. They can always give it to Oxfam or other places. So that's one form. Now in Nigeria, again, there's a doctor. She's very shy, so she might not want me to mention her name, but she's a CMD in Ogun State. She knows one of my friends, and as soon as she saw me, she went, oh, I know your uncle. And all of a sudden, it's like, here are nurses, here are doctors to assist you. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So many of our things we've been doing has just been through your personality, people you've met along your journey who are interested in you giving back. So many are giving up their time just, for what you're doing. Respectful. We all have to be respectful, whether it's age, older, younger, and it goes a long way. People would, again, another Yoruba adage, an elder who isn't upset will have many children.
Okay. How do you say it? It's Yoruba. I don't know that one. I don't know a lot of adage, but I get into trouble with it. So an elder isn't. How do you say it in Yoruba? Okay, an elder is a okay. Wow. Okay, keep going.
So, again, if I always say you're known by the amount of people who are around you. As I said to you, I'm a member of many social groups, many. So it must mean that I easily interact. Yes, you're going to offend some people, but if majority loves you, who you are, and it is shown through the foundation, the amount of monies that have come in. There's some people who are already pay me monthly. They've done standing orders, and I'm being like, wow. Now progressive. Now, I look at life being progressive. We all started in life walking. So in our great-grandfather's days, they walked from Ijebu to Lagos. But today, we have the luxury of going in a car. So why should I want to turn the clock back to walking from Ijebu to Lagos? So by being progressive, you're looking at new things. Who knew that Zoom will take off such a big way? Who knew the internet will take off in such a big way? So why stay at the stage of abacus and say to yourself, because we use abacus and it has worked, so we stay there. Hello, calculators have now come, and they're a lot faster. PCs are there. So in my own way yes, there are a lot of foundations in Nigeria, but each person finds their own niche at the end. Yes, we all start, as people say, we do everything. But at the end of the day, you will find your own niche. And I'm a trustee on a sickle cell, Hope for Sickle Cell. I'm a trustee on some other charities here in the UK and in Nigeria. But I've decided, let me start my own foundation. Let me create my own niche. There's enough out there. We can all help.
when did you start your business, Advantage Health Africa? And that's an unusual name as well.
Oh, really? Well, I see my company or any initiative I do seeking to improve and bring advantages to anyone. So the name Advantage is really to see how we can bring an advantage, like a benefit of value to the situation. And it's all about health. And when I first started it or initiated it way back, it didn't quite pick up. And then
when was that?
Health.
When was that?
That was 2010. That was 2010, while I was still working in FITC.
Okay.
But after my stint with Tobagonian Foundation, it opened my eyes to see Africa in a large way. I've always been excited about Africa. So running the elementary program, the Tobagonian program showed me that really your vision can be across Africa. And that's when we now took on the name Advantage Health Africa. It's an umbrella of several initiatives and ventures. And we're focused largely on ensuring access, affordability, and quality of healthcare. Anything that will bring an advantage in access, anything that will bring an advantage in affordability, anything that will bring an advantage in quality of healthcare, that's what we're about. Wow,
that is awesome. And from the little as well that I read, and I'm hoping as well you share it, because I know you're probably very humble with some of what you've achieved and pioneered. You said, there that in 2010, was when you first started and things didn't really go as what you thought. So in terms of challenges, would I say that was part of the challenges initially? And what was some of the challenges, which year did you formally now establish, Advantage Health?
So in 2017, January, that's why I can say we became operational as Advantage Health Africa. And the initial challenge was certainly bringing a different perspective to healthcare. We got a good, uptake in some quarters, and in some it was a slow sell or a hard sell. Another thing as a challenge was we needed to bootstrap. Didn't have a pot of money sitting somewhere deep into. But I think I don't look at it sometimes as a challenge. When you are in it, it's a lot of challenge. But when you look back with hindsight, the benefit of hindsight, you can then say, look, it helped us to grow tougher. It helped us to be practical. And so that period was really tough. Having staff that, you'd love to, engage them, hire more people, pay them fantastic salaries, and, we're all bootstrapping all together. Probably those are the initial challenges. And then, of course, it's really, engaging and tiresome.
What makes a business work? And what makes good ideas fail? Because sometimes, people have the best of ideas, but they fail. And then my third part of that is, what tips can you give, in terms of life lessons, your journey till now? Just briefly, I know those three things. We can probably spend an hour on them, but I just want you to give
a day.
Exactly. Okay.
So for me, a business has to generate revenue, and from that revenue, you can make some profit. For some businesses, the gestation period is all within a few months. For some businesses, the gestation is longer. So knowing that your business is right and it will generate revenue in a certain period sometimes determines whether it's a failure or not. There are businesses that will generate sufficient revenue, but maybe in 5 years, and you just do not have the resources now to stay that long. Not because you're lazy, not because there isn't a demand, but the demand isn't growing at the rate, or the revenue is not growing at the rate that you need for that time. Sometimes it's an issue of resources. And when I say resources, it's not just money. Sometimes it's the people and the market demand. So you need people to help you to put your initial ideas together and help you shape it in a way that when you present it to those who should demand it, they will bring money out of their pocket to pay for it. It's not just to have a nice idea or a nice product. Quite honestly, I love robots, but I wouldn't pay for a robot right now to support my work because it just doesn't make sense. Based on opportunity cost, it's just not on my priority list. But robots are good. And if you're running a business to develop and sell robots, you might fail if you have thousands of that you're approaching. So the time isn't right. So some businesses are probably ahead of their time, and they need staying power. And that staying power comes from access to resources. Some businesses are suitable, right, but not for the environment that they're in. When I said I started my business in 2010, we got an aggregation of about 50 pharmacies. People who said, yeah, I'm interested somewhat. But the kind of technology that was available then and the logistical support that we would have needed just wasn't a reality at that time. I went to Burundi 2018 and I looked at Burundi and I said, oh wow, this looks like Nigeria when Nigeria was in 2012, 2004, 2003. Then it was so difficult to do certain things that were already commonplace in Nigeria. So imagine setting up a business in Nigeria that needs to be in 2020 and you're setting it up in 2000. So it's ahead of its time, not because it's a bad idea. It was just ahead of its time. I think also sometimes knowledge gaps can lead to, business failures because sometimes you make assumptions and you're not in touch with reality. So you might make an assumption that Nigeria is a huge market. It's got 200 million people. And you think that, come on, 1% of the country would buy from you. Well, what are they, 1% is 2 million people. You might find that it's just 200 people that will buy from you.
Exactly.
Based on tastes, maybe demographics or, their psychographics or whatever. And so you need some more knowledge or you need some more insight or you even need to know how to sell to that 2 million in the manner that they will churn out, they'll put their hands in their pockets to pay. Some of us are niche oriented. So what you're selling is targeted at a niche and how they are sold to is not how you want to sell. When Cowbell came into Nigeria, Cowbell is one of our popular milk brands. Okay. They came and they put their milk in sachet and it went like wildfire. But there were some other milk sellers that hadn't thought of sachet or didn't think it would apply in Nigeria and they missed out on that market growth. We used to say Cowbell's milk is better than maybe the others, not necessarily, but the strategy they used showed that they understood something that would help to sell a product to bottom of the pyramid. So understanding and knowledge and exposure really helps. And so those are some of the things that come to my mind. A great team is essential. Your product or your service or your business being at the right time, the location, and then the strategies to actually address the niche or the markets that the market that you actually need to address. I think those are things that could lead to failure. And so if you address those and you're very fortunate to find resources that help you stay, gives you staying power. Because there are many times my business could have gone under and I wouldn't be having this interview. Well, I was fortunate. I became, fortunate to have resources made available at certain times that helped me to stay, and we're here where we are today.
Otunba Leke Ajayi, well done for all you're doing for the widows, for the needy, all you do in the community. Thank you. We salute you. And, what he said is, he has the challenge, of getting sponsors, which most NGOs and NPO experience. So please, we will be sharing the details at the end. Support them. They're looking into buying, different ambulance kind of ideas and various things that I spoke about as well. And wow, my dear sister Abimbola, I salute you. Kudos to you. The advantage name, you're giving people advantage. I like that. And as well, what you feel in terms of solution, to what we need to do more is promoting each other as Nigerians and as Africans. Well, we're going to stop there. I hope you've been blessed by the conversation held with these two amazing young people who are doing so much, not just for Nigeria, but for Africa as a whole, in the health, in community, in various forms. Thank you for all you do. And to all Nigerians out there in the diaspora, we continue to celebrate you. I know, yes, it's only Independence Month, but I believe every day we should celebrate each other, our country, our continent. But yes, we use the whole of October to celebrate Nigeria as a country. Even with its challenges, we focused on the positive, which are the people, therein. So till next time, this is Mama K signing off and saying, stay safe, stay blessed, love you all. Eship.